Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans.
You get penalized.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10. Here's Wentz. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the ultimate result was an incomplete pass. They sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. Inside the 5 at the 4. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this is going to set up 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. On play action, it's Wentz. They'll drop this down to Taylor. And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. Down the numbers. There he goes. goes. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0.
Man, is this shit blurry?
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
It's a good tackle, baby.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
There you go.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Oh,
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. 62 yards. And the Titans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run with Taylor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
A 1st down carry for Henry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On second down, it's Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. On first down, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Off of play action, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Faking the give, Darnold. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That must be on more.
This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football.
I don't know.
Guys on the ground.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Working with a 2nd and 3. That's caught by McMahon. Open man is McMahon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Marcus Green there to make the grab. And the Titans continue to pull away here in this first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Colts on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Titans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Hey, get in there and get what you want, Joe. Get in there and get what you want, boy.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return will stop right around the 25. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it down.
Touchdown, Colts! Jonathan Taylor, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts gain a bit of respectability. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3.
My fingers look off the fucking button.
And up to the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 17. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field.
What the fuck was all they doing?
Defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the 44, Wentz. And he'll find Hall. And now the ball's out.
Oh, come on, turn around.
It's picked up by the Titans. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Get the fuck around.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic.
Yo.
You got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Look at this. Every time I get hit.
Intercepted for the 3rd time.
Round one to the Bears.
And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's
What the
seeing
fuck,
ghosts,
man?
he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Under 10, 10, deuce.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. Being chased out left. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. There goes a deep ball. End zone.
Oh, fuck.
That's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because
Wentz is not the QB.
You open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched him before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
A final shot before the break. Darnold on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitor would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Henry. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And all this is taken in one hand. What a catch.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Play action. It's Darnold.
Oh, 22.
By the Colts. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Come on, let's go. Show it up. Show it up.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Check 53's mine. Check 53's mine. Record.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the
slide.
leg he's got. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner,
what's
join
that?
me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
When you think you might have
you got to dive and get that.
But right now, whatever was said
Come on, Will.
hasn't been working.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz.
Thank you. You got to get that pick. Got to send you to the Pro Bowl.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, going deep here for Taylor.
No, you got to get there. What took so? Oh my goodness.
31 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
How much of that juke you going to do?
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Got a man complete. It's Taylor.
It's already holding.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
No, they didn't.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Punk ass.
He'll go down here at the 35.
Keep beating on his body.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
On 1st down, Wentz. Oh, he dropped it.
Not a
And
fumble?
that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is
They would. Oh, they would do that to me.
Kylan Granson there to make the grab. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And
I wouldn't get the pick when he's supposed to.
21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Big kicker.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they can't bring it. And shutting him off now open field. But he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 31-yard line. A big pickup there on the run. Now in Nashville, 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Darnold.
Oh, he took that. Come on, Blackman. You bitch ass. Man, you just all run my guy.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. On play action, Wentz. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting
everybody
on
getting
2nd
hit.
down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on third down, Wentz.
Oh,
He'll get this one to Patrick, and he'll be out right at the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react
oh wait a
as fast as
minute.
you should on other throws.
Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now after the sack,
Oh,
Wentz
Wentz
and the
went around.
Colts, they're left looking at a third and long. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it.
Oh, come on.
Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, we
Hit him in
just
the
saw
face.
there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
No.
Picks it off, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
On first down, Henry. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep him cranking high right here.
And the Titans are going to be set up with a first and goal. They couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Oh, this motherfucker tired.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Taysom Hill keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Ba, 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 ba.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing his Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
He finds Taylor, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rough. Under pressure, they got him again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the screen. Pass. Check.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Mike. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And Darnold wants to throw the football. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 2nd and 2.
Switch. Man,
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Julian.
Oh, come on, buttons mixed up.
Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Sly.
Yeah, boys, good game.
That would extend this big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? Being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.
I do 5 or something. That was all me, too. All me. Sometimes.